Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up. E5 is a common response. D3 is a timid move that protects the developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Their knight comes into play, attacking the center. You found a way to pin the knight to the king. Your opponent develops their bishop off its starting square. That was a fair trade. A clear recapture. This move attacks your opponent's pawn chain. They exchange pieces of equal value. You recaptured. They did not find the right idea. You develop your piece while also winning a tempo on the queen. They are threatening to win a rook through a fork. You prevented your opponent from being able to win a rook through a. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. Smart move, reinforcing your pawn with extra protection. They kick your knight with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. No surprise you had to move your knight to safety. They are threatening to capture a pawn and win material. Your piece jumps in to protect a pawn. Their move is losing material. You allowed the opponent to capture a pawn and win material after the follow. You can pick up a free rook. Nice fork, you'll be winning material. This move left their rook hanging. You won a knight for free. You can pick up a free rook. You captured a free rook. They stopped the check by interposing a piece between. Not the best move, but not bad either. Defending their hanging pawn. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. They are threatening to tactically win a rook. Clearly, you don't want to leave your knight in danger. They move the queen to safety. You captured that free pawn. You're now able to win a queen through an eventual fork. This wins a queen. That was the only move. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. That was the only move. You're still on the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your knight. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. That was the only move. You continue the checkmate attack. Their king steps away from the check by your knight. You found a safer square for your queen. This is a fair trade. That was an even swap of material. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst. You had a better option, but this is not bad. That's playable. You missed winning a pawn, but you still are winning. Your opponent is losing a bishop, but you were already in a winning position anyway. Nice skewer. That X-ray attack will win. You are now able to checkmate the king. Your better option was to checkmate the king. This move is dropping a bishop, though it doesn't change. You're still on the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your. You continue the checkmate. They attacked your knight, gaining time as it. You're still on the road to checkmate. They played the strongest move available. You continue the checkmate attack. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. Their pawn attacks your queen, kicking it out of its current. You're still on the road to checkmate. Their king steps away from the check by your pawn. You continue the checkmate attack. That was the only move. Your move gets closer to checkmate. They protect their king by. This move will cost you a queen. They recaptured a piece from an earlier exchange. Well done, an excellent move. Capturing your hanging pawn. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. I like their choice. Rooks belong behind passed pawns. They are right on target. You're still on the road to checkmate. They made one of the top moves in this position. You continue the checkmate attack. Precise move from your opponent. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. They played one of the best moves here. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. They played the strongest move available. You continue the checkmate attack. They are right on target. Checkmate is always the best move.